Well, I'm thankful to the Texas Homeless Network for the work that they do and this opportunity just to speak on behalf of the city of Amarillo. Some of the challenges and successes that we've had in fighting the problem and fighting homelessness in our city. We have had some challenges and just digging in hard on it the last 3 years or so. The problem of homelessness is it's sort of like taking care of things around your house. I mean, you do the laundry, it gets done, and then a couple of days later it needs to be done again. And the same thing with buying groceries or mowing the lawn. And so it's not like putting out a fire where it's out and then that problem, that particular fire is solved. It's an ongoing amorphous issue that involves a lot of different people, and each one of them has individual needs and expectations that can't be cookie cuttered and solved with just one approach or even one touch. You've got to touch them a lot of times in order to help them get to a stable place and possibly get to where they don't need any touches going forward. So just recognizing and educating our community that it's not making a check out one time, it's not volunteering just one time, but it actually is an ongoing need that you have to continue to touch and work on, is something that's, I think, one of the challenges. Funding is always a challenge. There's always a need for more funding. But also just getting people educated so that they understand the types of problems that are involved, that it's not just mental health, it's not just addiction, it's not just finances or education, but that all of these, each individual person may have several of those factors playing into their situation that causes them to live in homelessness. So we have had some successes here in Amarillo, and I'm very glad for that, as we began our Coming Home program, which is a housing first model. So we're using federal dollars to create those housing opportunities. And then as people move into housing, we have ongoing relationship with them with 2 social workers who work for our city. And those social workers can then build relationship, be multiple touches, and those opportunities to say, what else do you need? Can we fill out a job application? Can we get you to see a doctor? What other things do you need? And once people are in housing, for many of them, they're willing to have those conversations. There are still people in our community that feel strongly that anyone with an addiction just has to be at rock bottom and not in a house in order to get that turned around. So there again, we're back to a challenge because there are sometimes different opinions or ideas on how homelessness needs to be solved. But our future hope is that we can continue working together as a city, trying new innovations, working with programs that have had success in the past, and layering those approaches so that as a city we have success. But the most important thing is individually we're reaching each individual person and meeting their needs. And I think that's part of the challenge, but also part of the hope that it gives us going forward, because this problem is ultimately about people who need to be brought back into our community. And we the ones in the better position to do that, have to figure out the right ways to do that. So thanks again to the Texas Homeless Network, all the work that you're doing. We appreciate the support and the partnership, and that's how things are going here in Amarillo.